Hey guys, I'm RozaldVane, and welcome back to another episode of The Silver Case. Where we last left off was that we basically, hunted down Kamui. Like, we spent the whole time literally going through this building, talking to every important individual in the game. That is Tetsu, Kusabi, Morikawa, Hachisuka. Tokyo made a special appearance in that weird way, in the weird space there, and then the one of the new dudes from who was partly introduced into the HC unit like most recently with Naomi Sakura, who is also the daughter of the guy who used to be my leader, who used to be our character's leader in the special units section of the game, back in the early parts of this game. So yeah, otherwise that's pretty much it. Of course, the daughter doesn't know that her father's in the hospital and in critical condition or in a coma kind of thing. Kamui, of course, also got killed, shot to death, and was filmed getting shot to death so that they can stop people from being super influenced by Kamui. But for us, we're pretty much done with Kamui. But with that, Tetsu also disappeared, Hachisuka has also disappeared, Morikawa has also disappeared. All three individuals are gone for whatever reason, and they're not, and even the boss is dead, so the old chief is dead now. So we only have like a few characters that are around to talk to us again. So that's pretty much where we're at so far. So let's get into it. I think we're supposed to check the computer right now, which is where we left off in the last episode. Kind of a quick recap for anybody who is just watching this episode primarily. From Tokyo Morishima to Roz. Subject nothing, date nothing, which is weird because Tokyo did tell us that we were getting an email from him, but we just didn't know exactly what to expect here, I guess. I guess you realize that up until now, we never really got along very well. And now, to be honest, I'm not really sure. But whatever the case, I've decided to entrust you with the future. If you don't mind the cliche, but this is not an exaggeration, the future was once something that unexpectedly changed from one hand to another. Like the roll of the dice. There's a man named Kinjo, or called Kinjo. He's an expert in illegal investigations, and he heads his own illicit organization. And the HC unit has been working with him. Well, actually, the organization is technically legal. Anyway, he should be able to explain quite a few things to you. After that, you'll probably understand what it is that you need to do. Or at least, that's what I think. And the die will be cast again. Thanks. And I guess you're not so bad after all. Wait, he said that he and I did not mesh well with each other, so I don't get it. Why did it... Why is the TV an option? Why is there an option to zoom into the TV so closely there like that? I wonder. Okay, I'm just double checking to see if there's anything over here, because they pretty much kicked us off the computer and we weren't, like, told explicitly where to go from here. Actually, is there an implementation? Okay, we don't have any item for implementation. Okay. Read it again? I'm guessing we're just gonna keep checking some emails and stuff, maybe? Or somebody else is contacting us besides Tokyo. Wait, what? Okay, so it's the same email. So am I supposed to head out through the door, I guess? I mean, he did give us a clue where we need to, who we need to meet up with next, right? So, oh wait. There's a magazine thing on the floor? Or something on the table? No. I mean, we're literally standing on top of the table, so I can't tell if we... Yeah, there's something on the desk. I can't tell what it is, and I can't interact with it, apparently, so... I don't know. Something's on the table. Looks like an image of some sort, but... Okay, yeah, we had to walk out the door ourselves. Got it. Yeah, so far it's getting a little bit harder and harder to pinpoint what's going to happen and what's really happening with our character and the HC unit. But my guess is that the HC unit is starting to sort of, like, fall apart on its own without any sort of, like, huge action. Kinjo building. Wait, wasn't the Kinjo building where we last met that one girl who disappeared? Like, we met the person about the, we met the girl about the disappearing girl online. Alright, let's go ahead and get back into this building again. Yeah, this is the same building from when we met that one girl about the disappearing girl. I believe we have to go to the 4th floor, but I'm gonna double check the other floors just in case to see if there's anything I might not miss out or want to miss out. I can't tell what the hell the freaking place is called. This is the Beefhead, I think it says. Karaoke place, I guess it seems like. And that's the Moonlight Shot Bar. Yeah, that's Beefhead. Beefhead is like in a weird carnival-esque font, and it's like weird to me. Alright, 3rd floor. Yeah, I'm gonna check every floor as much as I can. I want to try to at least like check them out. I don't know if there's an achievement to that, so the North Jack and Bad Girl. Sad I can't go anywhere in this place. I mean, I kind of hoped that they had like some kind of like branching sort of like pathways to the map. Something similar to the 25th ward, where there was like this huge big 25th ward like apartments thing where we just literally like walk through every door and we can just interact with them at least. I see something on the floor though. Is that a... What is this magazine? You got a Kurayami dance. That looks like really good art, actually. I like the art. Okay, so we are returning to the magazine stuff again, it looks like. So there might be some magazine stuff I might have missed out on, but not entirely certain. We'll see. But it's also interesting that this place transformed into some kind of bar area. Why is it now a... Is this a... Oh, what is this? You did well, RozaldVane. Do you remember me? No, I don't suspect you do. Since, you know, we've never met before. Don't be so tense. You've got nothing to worry about. I've got a message from Morikawa. He wanted to see you, but I didn't ask him anything else. So don't ask me a lot of questions either. I'm just a messenger. Oh yeah, I forgot about introductions. I'm Takeshi Kinjo. I run a backup shop, even though Morikawa helped me out. You could say that I have been contracted for a variety of jobs. A backup shop runs legal investigations, like a private police organization. We mostly work with private businesses. If all goes well, then we just disappear. But if there's a mistake in the plan, it's the end of the line, literally. Its heads are cut, bodies dumped away in a liquid nitrogen tank. Well, all that unfortunate business aside, I've given a very important job from Morikawa. I'm to entrust all of these riddles to you, RozaldVane. I'm gonna make him say the whole name because I feel like he's the type of like robot monotone kind of thing, but he's like very stern about things, I guess. This might take a minute. Need a bathroom break before we get started? In this city, there are 3 connected syndicates. Yes, one of them is a syndicate involved in the redevelopment business in the 24 wards. This may sound suspicious, but you know the truth. In the redevelopment business, large amounts of money change hands. And this is a competition to try and take that money. The group that can get this money is guaranteed capital. In other words, they'll have the country in their hands. The 40-year plan for the 24 wards included the relocation of the capital. Government agencies are based in the 24 wards. That makes this the heart of the government. And if you control the heart, that's right. You may use this country in any way you wish. Though the distribution of electricity by controlling the flow of the information through the arrangement of public transportation. There are games about building cities, right? Yeah, I mean I've played games about city building simulations. I haven't played City Skylines before, but I still have the game. I do have the game on Steam. I haven't touched that game yet, but I have played SimCity 4, I believe it's called. Yeah, SimCity 4, like the old school SimCity 4. I played a little bit of it. I didn't really get into it too much because of the fact that I am not too... Like, I guess I didn't have the mindset when I was younger about how to build a city. But I think it's a great game to learn how to build a city in general and maintain one at the very least. But otherwise, like SimCity, like the latest SimCity has been pretty I don't own that. And I think I've played like another old school city simulation game, but I can't remember what it was. I think it was on either the mobile phone or the Nintendo DS. I can't remember exactly. But I don't remember the title, and that's probably why I don't remember if I played it exactly or not. Anyways, separate the land, invest in high quality properties, absolute control over administrations. It's a huge game. There was a fight that took place 20 years ago, below the surface of it all. At that time, people from the syndicates were taken out in a series of murders. That is the silver case. I like how it just takes a pause and then it loads up the second line of information or of the sentence, which is interesting to see. The eldest members of the syndicates were killed. So silver. A simple name, that don't you think? That's when these idiots gave the serial murderer a name. Kamui. And the groups that gave him that name were the Tech faction and the Civic faction. The TROCCO Alliance. Oh, okay. So Kamui as a name was born off of the alliance that was being formed between the HC unit people and the other SWAT-like military force that was forced to kind of join together, I guess, in a sense. Those factions currently make up a major portion of the police force, between Central and Public Security. Central represents the Tech faction's TRO, while Public Security represents the Civic faction's CCO. This area was originally run by secret societies. It's quite the joke. These two factions created this fictional criminal known as Kamui. The last faction, the Frontier faction, basically the Conservative Party's FSO. This created a clear distinction in the government's war. Because of Kamui, the Frontier faction has been forced into disassembly. Kamui doesn't kill people over personal grudges. He kills for the syndicates. It has nothing to do with the resentment. It's just a conditioned reflex. This is how the syndicates operate. It's a free-for-all. So it's kind of running in the same sort of like vibe as the 25th Ward, but the weird thing is that it runs differently a little bit, because 25th Ward starts off sort of like a syndicate political party battle for control, but slowly turns into a Kamui run chasing event sort of like story. But this one is like, it's the chasing of the criminal and Kamui influence, but slowly turning into a more political syndicate kind of like troublesome matter, which is kind of weird to me that they're trying to change it to that kind of tone. But it's like, because it's trying to explain things and now it's like doing it now versus doing it a lot earlier and kind of getting us kind of slowly pulled in. I mean, there were hints of syndicate stuff, but it's like really like tied down and hidden to a certain degree, I bet. You fight to win, and if you don't fight, you don't win. The Frontier faction wants to win, so they'll keep fighting. It's not about goals, it's just a natural instinct. A spat between parties, with each faction trying to outwit the other. A catfight, if you will. A real crap show. It's just that this quarrel has reached a larger scale. That's just how it is. People like Kamui don't really exist. Existence is just an idea. The FSO, the ones shaking up the previous agreement between the TRO and CCO, that's the answer to all this turmoil. The FSO are the ones who made this idea real. It took 20 years to create Kamui, and they made many. The Kamui who was executed was just a dummy, and there are many more to replace him. Kamui was manufactured. Through the sheltered kids, the FSO finds faithful little pawns. They are raised underground, where they become emotionless soldiers. They give their lives to the FSO. That's what Kamui Urahara is. Kamui lives outside of simple existence. If you just open that storage device, Kamui will be resurrected. Someone from the Kamui stock will be chosen, and he'll become called back into existence once again. Except next time, the name may not be Kamui Urahara. Sorry, my time is up. It seems I've been called as well. RozaldVane, I leave the rest to you. Huh. So basically, Morikawa is still alive, but he's working for FSO, and he's relayed a message to us about how we should approach the problem of Kamui, because Kamui's problem is not ended. It's just the problem is started, but just in a different way. So that means there is a potential that somebody else is going to take Kamui's name by power and try to copy his sort of influence and make a new problem, I guess. Alright, this is Tetsu talking to the other guy again. I don't know if it's Samio. I feel like for the past 2 times when we did this, I keep thinking the guy on the left is Samio, but I don't think so, because Samio is locked up in jail somewhat, so I don't think that's true. I think, and not only that, earlier in one of the scenes, when Tetsu was in the car and he was imagining Sumio being on the passenger seat, then I was thinking to myself, like, oh, okay, then that means that Sumio isn't, or Sumio is just an imagination at the current state for Tetsu at the moment. And this is somebody else, some kind of other detective from a different agency, because Tetsu's probably talking to somebody else, because this guy might be in the FSO, the guy that he's talking here with, and this person's trying to relay message to Tetsu, because Tetsu has no one else to rely on now, because the boss is dead, and most of the HC unit people are not trustworthy at this point for Tetsu. Anyways, well, the duck. You're not dead? I thought for sure I wouldn't be done by such a small fry. That's too bad, eh? Come to settle the score, then? No, I'm fine. Actually, I quite like you. I don't want to kill you. Well, look at you. Seems you've grown up, Munakata. Yeah, see, that's the name that he's now finally saying, because I don't hear his name often, so I don't remember his name. Munakata. Okay, gotta remember that. Munakata, because he might be an important character later on. Though his name hasn't been mentioned much yet. Let's set the jokes aside. Sure, just a sec. Just for a sec. Hey, maybe you can help me out, huh? Could you just give me a summary of what exactly the fudge Kamui is? Oh, Tetsu. Just where did you come from? Huh? What the hell does that mean? Your faction. I'm not a politician. Don't try to hide it. I guess the old man bit the dust. You killed him, didn't you? Oh, yeah. You were saying something about the FSO. The FSO's, the conservatives. They use Kamui for their fake world fake world. I'm trying to get back to the accent. The accent loses sometimes because I tend to revert back to a British accent because they sound similar in my mind somehow. They use Kamui for the fake world restoration. They're really just trying to recover their political power. The TRO and CCO feign a balancing of power, but when this balance is disturbed, the mutual destruction is inevitable. The FSO is just searching for the chance to wreck TRO and CCO's relationship. Then the FSO will control the next capital to be the 24 wards. The government? I don't get it. They all lost their freaking minds. There are two large syndicates and one tiny one. Well, the two large groups are at it. The smaller group is making a grab of the country. And the soldiers Kamui. This is the real situation. Huh? Thanks for keeping it simple. Nice and simple. Anyway, I got it. So, Morikawa, what do we do now? Who knows? Maybe we should just do whatever we please. Oh yeah. Do you think so? Really? Okay, it's still Tetsu speaking because I was confused on if they switched the dialogue to the other person already. So I should just take care of these evil little craps then, right? That'll be easy. I know exactly who to go after. Thanks. Alright. Slight little conversation about what Tetsu's planning on doing now. So Tetsu's now aiming against CCO and TRO, while FSO is being handled by us, helping them out, with Morikawa kind of on the side, hiding. I think Morikawa literally didn't want to kill Tetsu or anything. He's just pretending to do that to make certain that we are being distracted by it, I guess. But, I don't know. Maybe Naka's not even part of anybody besides the FSO and TRO, I think. Or not FSO, the TRO and CCO. I think he's probably part of those two syndicates, but we don't know that yet. For Naka, that is. The campaign at the International Environment Building was a success. Great work, everyone. I see how Naomi's like sad. Naomi's just like, oh, and then the other guy's like, stern. Unfortunately, we did lose a few of our own. Kusabi and Morikawa. These two abandoned the mission. If you should discover their whereabouts, you have the authorization to dispose of them. On site. Hachisuka has already started taking care of preparations for their disposal. Yeah, it makes sense that they use Hachisuka to hunt down the other two because she's the closest to those two somewhat. But the weird thing is that Hachisuka is a daughter of a politician, so she may be involved with the syndicate and the two factions that are fighting for power, that is. And it's interesting to see what's going to happen with this dynamic, because I think Morikawa knew that he had to play his game with Hachisuka to make sure that she would side with him instead of following her father's and her organization's orders. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, because there's really no guarantee of what's going to happen. Mikoshiba, Natsumi, I want you two to prioritize their elimination. This is your debut in the elimination business. Now get this done. With Kamui Urahara's elimination, the crime ring, Trump, was forced to reboot. Now Trump is comprised of 4 people. Here are the materials. Who the hell is that? Fox Diamond. Oh, so these are the names of the individuals they needed to hunt as well. Buffalo Heart. Wolf Spade. Oh, they're I love how it's an animal name as their first name, and the last name is kind of like the suits of the cards. And Jackal Club. I like how the intense dung is like criminal, like criminal mugshots. They are experts, so be careful. I do think that Fox Diamond's gonna turn into Kamui, the next Kamui, because I think that that character seems closely looking, similar looking to Kamui's style, I feel like, but we'll see. Or maybe Jackal Club might be the next Kamui. As it is extremely likely that Trump will try to contact Roz, I want you to keep your eyes on him, Natsumi. Mikoshiba, you use my route to search for their hideout. But how can we turn on our friends so easily? It can't be helped. It's not like I want to do it either. It's just our job. Is this an order? An order? You could say so. Would that make it easier? Just do as you're told. Is that really how you feel? Is that a bad thing? Look, it doesn't matter. This is crap. What's with him? Wait, who's speaking here? Oh, it's Natsumi speaking. Okay. No matter how many orders are given to come to such a clean decision to just kill a former colleague, there aren't many people who could do that. What do you mean? You're kind of slow. Nakatagawa's upset now. He's upset about having to take out his friends. More than anyone. Well, I mean, it's true though, because Nakatagawa has almost the same amount of length of time spent with Morikawa and Tetsu, because they both pretty much are like kind of very close, and they know each other's strategy to like to the very specifics. So, anyways, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things will turn out, because it seems pretty intense so far. Nothing on TV. I did find a book on in the hallways of one of the places, so I'm curious if there's more books anywhere else, but we'll see. I'm hoping to find more books, like the art book stuff, but we'll see. Yeah, computer. I'm assuming we're gonna get an email from one of the 4 people. So it's Fox Diamond, Wolf Spade, Jackal Club, and something heart. I forgot what the heart one was. The animal for the heart. Oh, it's like... Oh, they're kind of like dogs, because Jackal, Wolf, and Fox are dog-like animals. So it might be it's another sort of dog-like animal name for the heart, right? So I don't remember what it was. It's not like bulldog or anything. It's like something else. Oh man, it's really difficult. Okay, anyways. From Takeshi Kinjo. Oh, Kinjo again. To Superstar. Why am I called Superstar? Damn it. I have a name, Kinjo. Subject. I deeply regret that lack of hospitality the last time we met. I wanted to offer some tea, but I was well aware that it was not the time nor place. And now, on to business. There's a smoke shop called Mulholland. Oh, that's the place that Tokyo always keeps going to. Run by a cool old lady. If you go there quickly, she should definitely be there. The vending machine is pretty cool too. It has placebo written on it. I'm pretty sure it should be right next to it. If you're bored, you should stop by for a visit. The future is sure to bloom. P.S. Give my regards to the old lady. I'm guessing we're heading out already. Yeah, I definitely see something on the table, but I can't really interact with it. Nothing on TV. I'm guessing we're just gonna immediately head out, I guess. Yeah, the arrow for getting out of here is pretty much available. Alright. I'll stop in front of my door so I can remember to hopefully go out. Alright. So I'll end it here for now. I know it's a shorter, it's a little slightly shorter. I wouldn't say it's super short or anything. But thank you guys for watching. In the next episode, I'm hoping in the next episode we'll probably be able to see. It's a little dark. I'm hoping in the next episode we'll see what happens next. I am kind of curious what's gonna happen with this series, with this particular episode slash part of the transmitter chapter, or yeah, transmitter part, I guess I would call it. It's hard to call it because I don't even know if it's a chapter, if it's a part, or if it's a episode or something. I mean, it's probably, it's like a number 5 or something like that for Life Cut, but that's pretty much all I could guesstimate. Chapter 5, I guess. But otherwise, it's like, I'm hoping to see what's happening next, because it's kind of interesting to see, because we're going to be seeing Mitoshiba, I think his name was, and Naomi, or Natsumi, sorry. I keep saying Naomi. Natsumi, it's Natsumi Sakura, right? I can't remember. For some reason, I keep saying Naomi. I probably said that, like, in the last episode. I accidentally probably didn't think about it when I said her name. Natsumi is probably gonna go off and, like, probably investigate us, but also follow us, but also try to hunt down the 4 individuals, and also hunt down Morikawa and Tetsu. But I feel like Morikawa knows that he needs to not be next to us, because he's being hunted as well now. So we'll probably be dealing with that soon. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next episode. Roz out.